Welcome back to the behind the scenes of The Reconciler. I'm filmmaker Sean Justice. It was Graham Greene who told me on the set of Out of the Darkness that a film is made up of many small moments. Stunt work is no exception. In this episode, we'll spend some time with our stunt coordinator John, who walks Jordan through the detailed steps of a stunt, where he falls to the floor with a large crate landing on top of him. Jordan had never done stunt work before, so it was a bit of an education. But first, we join Jordan and Scott in the afternoon of shooting day one, where they are trapped in a basement warehouse, not knowing who the other is. Picking back up where we left off in the last episode, we're getting the last shot of the scene, a close-up of Scott doing his lines. And you'll do that. You'll get the different angles, the close-ups, your wide shot, just to give you the most choices in the edit.
Who are you? I was going to ask you the same question.
And the actors have the same energy, and of course, because they can play off each other. So you want to make sure your actors have that energy on both sides, even if you're focusing on one.
Yeah, sorry.
So I spent the first half of the day laying on the floor, and people said I was working hard. But now it really feels like we're making the Reconciler here, and it is awesome, let me tell you.
So John, the stunt coordinator there on the left, he walks through every single step with the actor to make sure they understand. On camera, it's going to be a very quick scene, but I think he spent a good couple of hours walking through, and we'll see most of, not all 2 hours, but the different steps that he goes through. And of course, Kevin is in there too, checking the angle and making sure that it works for him as the DP.
Excellent, excellent. So it's just here. Now what I'm going to do, my foot is on it. Just let it come down. I'm going to catch it essentially on here. And I'm going to flop.
Jordan getting a little nervous.
Lift it up now. You good? You're not hurting your back? Yep. Okay. Just when I say 3, just release it. 3. Nice.
Again, just that little step. And Jordan understanding the process of it.
Yeah. Cool. So, and we can get it with a little bit of practice. We can get it with a little bit higher lift. Go. Okay. Right. You're here ready to go. When it happens, they just. And I'm pushing this down to here. Right. So if you do it against the flat wall, it's just like put your butt against the wall and then go.
Oh.
Right. That's all you're doing on the floor.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you nervous about the stunt right now? Well, we're about to do it. You got to go hard or go home.
They're looking around for different ways to try and get out. This is just after they both wake up. And Jordan's character sees this possible opening up on the wall. And he very quickly throws the crate up on the box there on the right and climbs up it. Of course, it's unstable, and as he turns around, he starts falling back.
1, 2, 3. But then swing back more, like that.
And with the camera angle, we'll make it, of course, look much higher than it is, which is one of the fun things that you can do with a camera, of course, and the angles.
And this time, we're going to let the pallet go.
Okay, so we're gonna go hands on.
Lots of rehearsal.
And action.
Can you come over here, please?
And as they're doing that, I'm setting up the jib
Here, John.
because I know we're going to be using it later in the day.
Okay, Rich, give me your job.
The jib has a lot of cables, or at least my jib has cables that counter the pull on the front with the camera. So there's, I think, 3 different cables on the top and 1 on each side.
Rest.
And here we go with the actual first take.
I'm okay.
John has to catch him.
Okay, let's reset.
We're gonna cut.
You can see Marcus back there with the reflector. And again, we're using the lights in the room to use as a fill light.
How's that?
A rare shot with Steve back in his audio village. And sometimes you'll do that. You'll set your audio people in the back and have a separate boom operator.
I'm not sure. It's pretty secure, you know? Bolted to the wall.
And again, handheld here to create a little bit of nervous tension. You got to make those choices, or you don't want necessarily everything handheld and necessarily everything on a tripod. Just kind of use your own judgment as how you want to create what you want to create.
Focus. Action.
You okay?
Yeah, I think I just...
And of course, many pieces to this stunt and different shots. So as soon as he falls down in the edit, we'll cut to the shot where he's underneath it and just starting to get up. And then in the script, he actually does it, I think he climbs up a second time much more carefully to check out this possible way out, even though it's quite small. At least they could yell out or try and get someone's attention.
You might want to just pull back a little bit more. Okay. Okay, just watch for a second. Yeah.
And again, I'm helping with the follow focus only because I'm close by watching what's going on.
Be careful. Take it slow.
And since we're so tight on them, you can see people just off camera. And you want to watch that when you shoot. Just make sure that in your rehearsal, as you pan and go around, that people stay out of that field of view, or else it's a ruined shot.
You may be entertaining angels and not even knowing it.
Right.
Being all powerful that he is,
Yeah?
Everything just happened.
So I should be up there?
You don't have to be
Okay.
because
it's just his.
yeah, he doesn't see you. All right, Zay, go ahead and come right here, Isaiah, and then
Being that we're shooting 32 pages in 3 days, we were definitely on top of everything and keeping things moving along as quickly as possible. Now this is what I talked about earlier, the reversal shot. And this is Scott's view of him looking up, of course. So you want the camera a little up higher, so at least he's looking up towards the camera.
Take action, yeah, play.
Scene one, Tyrannosaurus. Take one.
I'm sorry.
That was pretty funny, actually. Naming the letter of the slate with something kind of funny. But, you know, it's important too. When you're shooting a movie, long hours, you really want to maintain a good sense of humor with your cast and crew. When you're doing stunts, bring in a stunt coordinator when you can. It's always good to have someone who knows what they're doing and have the extra set of eyes to keep everyone safe when you're rolling. Admittedly, on my first film, I did a couple of stunts without a coordinator, and it got a little dicey. In the next episode, I'll share my experience with dollies, when to use them, as well as give you advice on managing props. Don't miss it. Just so you know, I'll be releasing 1 or 2 of these videos a week, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and turn the notifications bell on so you can catch them when they come out. If you like this video, please let us know by liking it, and please leave us any comments or questions as well. I try to respond as quickly as I can. If you want to watch The Reconciler or any of our other movies, click on the link below. Finally, I often get questions about what training, software programs, and equipment I'd recommend for beginners. To help with this, I've set up a resources page on our site. On it, I talk about some great training courses and some other resources for filmmaking, and even list some website tools to build your own site. The final part of the resources page are kits of recommended products. This includes various camera packages, grip and lighting gear, and post-production tools. The link is justicepictures.com/resources. It's also in the description below. Check it out. That's it for now. We'll see you next time on The Reconciler.